Hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Alexa, and I'm a sixth grader here at Menlo. So today I'm going to talk to you about my project called Senior Space, but before I'm going to talk about my mentor. So my mentor's name is Adele L, and she's a junior in college, and she goes to the University of Pennsylvania. And there she studies computer science, finance, and real estate. She's actually from Northern California, so she went to school at Harker. And in addition to STEM and engineering, she likes to cook, read, and ski. Okay, so my project is called Senior Space, and it's a website for senior citizens who aren't very tech savvy. And our goal was to build a website from scratch. The reason I decided on doing this project is because my grandparents struggle with this issue a lot, so I thought this could help and benefit many people. And so two concepts I learned about are user story and user interface. A user story is what someone's doing on your website. So it's like an example would be when they get to my website, they'll be asked a short questionnaire about their age and how much experience they have with technology. And then the other thing we focused on is we wanted to make this website very accessible to seniors. So especially if they're not good with tech, we want to make the buttons very easy for them to locate and access. And we also wanted to make the font size big enough for them to read if they have visual impairments. Okay, so these are some sketches I made of what the what my envision of the website would be. And as I was saying, the two things we focused on were multiple locations for buttons and also big font. So coding skills learned. Before I did the magic program, I had no previous experience with code, so I mainly focused on the basics of coding. And I learned a lot about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and I learned how the languages intertwine with each other. And then topics and technologies learned. So I mainly did a website tutorial on Code Academy that taught me a lot about mainly CSS. But I also did some self teaching by actually reading articles, and my mentor Adele in our meetings would teach me different concepts. In the future, we actually want to have a running website that works that we've coded. Okay, so Adele and I, instead of just focusing fully on our one project, we decided to do a bunch of other small research and writing projects. So at the very beginning, I practiced writing my own a bio about myself, and then Adele helped me edit it. I also learned a lot about the elements of a research and scientific grant proposal. And then after I decided on doing Senior Space, I practiced writing a grant proposal in the same format. Then we focused on the impacts of artificial intelligence and machine learning on society. And I came up with product ideas that I'd want to expand on in the future that relates to AI and ML. And now we're reading a book about the startup company Amazon, and it's about Jeff Bezos. And one thing I've learned throughout this experience is if you want to create your own company, it doesn't just require being good with using technology. You also have to understand how to do these things that I've showed you, write a grant proposal, and you have to understand what a user story is and all of that. Okay, my magical experience. So some things I really liked about this project is I had the freedom to do anything I wanted. There were no limits, and so I loved being able to choose my own project. I also love the design part of the website, so actually putting my envisions onto paper. So some lessons learned is so I was really independent, or I had to be independent, because I would set up meetings. If I ever ran into an issue, I'd have to explain to my mentor what was happening or what was going wrong. And one challenge we faced a little bit is that we had to do everything long distance since she's in college. But it came up a few times when I ran into issues. I'd have to send her screenshots of my work, and then she'd have to get back to me at our next meeting or by text. So that came up a few times, but overall it worked out. So I really liked this experience a lot. At the beginning, I was kind of unsure to do the program or not, but I definitely recommend it because it's easy since it's one-on-one. It's focuses just on exactly what you want to be doing, and you have so much freedom. So, thank you.